We've all grown up with the same lie, haven't we? We're taught to love the man in the red suit. We leave him cookies, we sing songs about his arrival, and we tell our children to stay in bed and keep their eyes shut tight. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we're really told to hide under the covers? Why the tradition insists we never look him in the eye? I used to think it was about the magic. I used to think the red in his suit was a symbol of warmth. I was wrong. The red isn't dye, and the naughty list, that isn't about getting coal in your stocking. It's a death warrant. I know because I saw him. I saw what he carries in those silver boxes. And by the time you finish listening to this, you'll realize that the bells you hear on your roof aren't a celebration, they're a warning. The first gift. It started 7 days before Christmas. I was staying at my cousin Leo's place, a massive, drafty Victorian house that always felt like it was breathing. Leo was 10, 2 years younger than me, and he was prone to night terrors. So when he shook me awake at 3:00 a.m. pointing toward the window that faced the courtyard, I just groaned. "He's there," Leo whispered. His skin was the color of ash. I looked out. Through the swirling snow, I saw him, a tall, hunched figure in a deep crimson suit. He didn't have a sleigh. He just emerged from the tree line. He walked straight to the front door of the guest house where the neighbors, the Millers, were staying. I watched, paralyzed, as he didn't knock. The door simply drifted open for him. A moment later, he came out, but he wasn't alone. Little Toby Miller was with him, looking up in awe. The Santa handed him a gift, silver paper, a blood-red ribbon. Leo and I watched through the binoculars as Toby pulled the ribbon. He didn't scream, he just froze. When the lid came off, I saw them. 2 spheres of flesh and hair. Toby's mother and father, their heads neatly severed, staring up from the silk lining of the box. I felt my stomach turn. I told myself it was a dream, a shared hallucination. The next morning, Leo tried to tell his parents. My aunt and uncle just laughed. They told us Santa brings joy, not scary pranks. They denied it so convincingly that for a second I almost believed them. Until the police arrived at the Miller's house that afternoon. They found Toby in the living room, cradling that silver box, exactly like Leo said. The week of silence. My aunt and uncle were shaken, but they kept quiet. They didn't tell the police what Leo had seen. They were terrified of being labeled insane, or worse, involved. But the cycle didn't stop. Every night it repeated. From my bedroom window, I became a witness to a massacre. Night 6, the Hendersons. Night 5, the Grahams. Each night, the red figure would appear. Each night, a child would be gifted a silver box containing the remains of their parents, and each morning the sirens would scream through the neighborhood. The parents in our house, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, they stopped laughing. They started locking the doors. They started boarding the windows. But they still wouldn't talk about it. It was like if they didn't acknowledge the Santa, he wouldn't come for them. The 23rd of December was the worst. The air inside the house turned unnaturally cold. I could see my breath in the hallway. I found my father in the kitchen, clutching a kitchen knife, staring at the back door. "He's coming, isn't he?" I asked him. My father didn't look at me. He just hissed, "Go to bed. Santa isn't real and stories can't hurt us." But the lie was dying. I could see it in his shaking hands. The night of the 24th. Last night, that was the end. I heard the bells. Not the light, cheerful jingling from the movies, but a heavy, rhythmic clanking, like chains. I walked into the living room and saw him. He was standing by the tree. He was huge. His suit wasn't velvet. It looked like matted fur and dried blood. He didn't have a face, just a plastic, unmoving mask of a smiling Santa, the paint peeling away like scorched skin. My parents were there. They weren't fighting. They were on their knees, staring at a silver box on the coffee table. They looked at me, their eyes wide with a shock that transcended terror. They finally believed. The figure turned to me. He didn't attack, he just pointed. He reached into his sack and pulled out a smaller box, for me. He leaned in close and I smelled it. Not peppermint, not pine. It smelled like a butcher shop in July. He whispered through the slit of that plastic mask. "The best stories always have a witness," he said. His voice sounded like glass grinding together. Then he reached for the box on the table. He reached for my parents. I closed my eyes, but I couldn't close my ears. The sound of tearing, the sound of the silver paper. It's a sound you never forget. I'm the only one left in this house now. I've been sitting here for hours, narrating this into my phone, hoping someone finds the recording before the snow covers the tracks. He didn't kill me. Not yet. He told me I had a job to do. He said the red list needs to grow. He needs someone to tell the world that he's coming, that the locks don't work, that the prayers don't work. He's finished with this house. He's finished with this street. He's looking for a new neighborhood now. He's looking for someone who knows his story, someone who's been watching this whole time. The masked Santa whispered, "Shh, don't cry. I've got a gift for you too. Next year, you're the one on my list."